Howdy guys, this is Maine again with another video for the EZMU Defense Grid Tournament thread. This is Guardian's Fall Fully Loaded, the only map that I'm going to do a full playthrough of this week, although obviously I covered an opening for it in the openings video that I did a few days back. But let's go ahead and get started. This is another one of those maps where you're going to start with 3 green guns. This one starts at 416 resources. This may be mildly different than what I did on the openings video because I found that I could squeeze out one more kill in command range if I put this gun tower back instead of there, so that I could get the command here and get this first guy to die in command tower range. Now, depending on wave composition, you'll wind up with maybe slightly different resources. There's 35, that's actually slightly better than I did last video, where I think I had 29. Yeah, it's a minor wave composition difference, not a whole lot you can really say or do. And that was a misbuild on my part. That gun tower was not supposed to go up until the command tower was red. Go me! But it's going to work out alright in the grand scheme of things. Just remember, if you're trying to do this strategy, don't do that. This wave, you want a yellow gun here. You'll build another yellow gun before the second part of the wave comes in here. And with wave 6 coming in, you want a total of 4 yellow. That's because wave 6 is significantly more compact than wave 5, and to at least try to get the shields down, which is not quite going to happen there, you want to have the 4 yellow guns. Depending on composition, it'll actually work out for you, so you don't need to go to 5 as far as scoring goes. I'm actually building this temporal early. I'm actually trying this out just as I do the video. I'm not sure if it's actually going to yield a higher score or not. And of course, since I've already made an error, it might not help anyway, but we'll see how it goes. Wave 9, this 3 set of 5 aliens, including one that's shielding groups, is really irritating. That's where you wind up having to spend a whole bunch of resources, and once again, due to wave composition, not quite getting the shields down as early as I would have liked. It's one of those things you can backspace for if you're actually trying to get a solid score. But since I'm really just trying to show off the layout more than anything here, I don't have to worry about it. Going to be sitting on 4,000 resources as wave 12 comes in. We'll get some as this guy dies and go up to 5k. And we ought to be in decent shape here. This next wave is another one of those where the general alien health pool goes up again. But you can send another couple of guns to red and finally get the concussion tower to red and hopefully deal with most of it. Yeah, we're going to be in fine shape for the 14th wave coming in. They're not going to be able to steal anything. Waste some of the firepower on this wave to get this gun tower to red in time for the runners, because these guys are annoying. Ah, nice. I did luck into one of them dying before it got to the core housing. That's going to help for scoring. With the upcoming boss plus fire waves, there's going to be a cannon going in here. And in one of those interesting little timing choices, it's not actually going to go red until the last wave. So I'll sit here and build it now. It'll go to yellow as the flyers start coming in, because it'll help damage on the boss creep and on the next couple of sets of waves of 3. But otherwise, this is the layout you're going to want until you get to the final wave, where there are a couple of tricks, one of which is sending this to red. The other is actually kind of an interesting trick, but I'm going to save it rather than spoil it for you right off the top, because it's coming up here in just a few seconds anyway. Okay, we've got our final wave coming in. Boss creeps. Red cannon happily blasting away. And right here, we build a temporal after that guy goes by. The reason being, now we're going to catch these guys and slow them before they get into range of the shielders. This allows you to actually kill them with this layout, rather than having to build additional damaging towers to do enough damage to take them out. That's one of those minor things that probably happens on a lot of maps, but this is one where it becomes really obvious because of how short the path is between the entrance and the core housing, and because of the wave composition with the guys who can throw shields over everybody, and the really fast boss type. So this is looking like about an 83,000. This layout actually played properly can yield north of 84k, which should put it in the top 10 to 20-ish of all scores. So yeah, with a couple of minor exceptions, that is how the scoring run of Guardians Fall Fully Loaded works. To everybody who's actually taking part in the EZMU tournament, good luck on the final 2 weeks. It looks like the scores are actually pretty evenly divided amongst the top 4 now, and we've got a nice 2-week rush to the finish. I don't know what maps Oatmeal is going to be choosing yet, but he says there's at least one story mode, and he has not picked a single fully loaded for you guys yet. So yeah, I don't know, we may even see some Adrenaline, some Shredder, some of the longer map types. And you may not have access to all towers on some of these maps. So it ought to be interesting. Thanks again for watching, and good luck.